Hey YouTube, this is Orion making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button and also please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. This is my overview of the WE 904 Jixx. The WE 904 Jixx is a titanium and G10 frame lock flipper. See below in the description box for the rest of the stats on this knife. Features M390 blade steel with an advertised HRC of 59 to 61. Has a compound grind with a slight recurve and a heavy stonewash. Showing the compound grind. It actually has a hollow grind here and then a flat grind on the tip. So that's the compound grind. Has a contoured titanium and G10 open frame design with 4 standoffs. Features a sharpening choil, very small one, a finger choil, elongated hole in the blade, jimping on the flipper tab, brass coloured tie hardware all around with that WE logo on the pivot there, obviously keyed, and then got Torx on one side. All the standoffs are all brass as well, and there's brass coloured titanium. There's the 4 of them there. A milled tie pocket clip, right hand tip up only. It's very similar to we've been doing these sort of clips recently. And a lanyard hole. This is designed by Mikkel Willumsen. It says there right on the blade. He's a Danish knife maker as far as I can remember off the top of my head, and he's known for making what they basically tactical style knives, and I'll come back to that in a bit. I have found that hole in the blade, I can't use it as a spidey flick. I can never seem to be able to do that with my hands. But I can roll it open with my thumb if I had to, but I've never been able to pull the spidey flick off. It's just not a feel. It doesn't feel natural to me. The bolster part of the knife and the rest of the frame has all been anode black, and there are actually various coloured versions of the G10. There's a black, this one, tan, and OD green as well. But I actually like the black one, all black. The other 2 variants don't really seem to do it for me, but they all have this black anodization on the frame and the bolster. G10's done really well on this. It doesn't bother me that this is not in carbon fibre. Actually, the G10 is really well done. It's excellent. I love it. Okay, the pros for this knife is its flipping action. This has to be one of the best flippers that I have from WE. It fires really well. It's snappy and drops sharp, very smooth, very if I can get it over the detent ball. Yeah, it's hard behind camera, sorry about that. And honestly, it keeps up with the best flippers I own from Reat or whatever. Yeah, it fires really well. Very surprised. That was one of the reasons why I jumped on it as soon as I saw it. As soon as I picked it up. And that's about all the major pros for it. Cons are, for the knife, I have found that there are some sharp edges on here. But this sharp edge along the lock bar, there seems to be a little bit of a sharp edge there and along there. That only comes into account when you go looking for it. It doesn't throughout using the knife. I have never got onto that sharp edge, but the other sharp edges that I do have a complaint with are these two here. This protrusion at the back of the handle. I've got big hands. This knife doesn't fit me if I go here. It hits me straight there, and it's uncomfortable to hold the handle. There it is in the hammer grip, in the proper holding it without there. But thankfully they put a finger choil there, and I only ever use this knife like that. And they don't come into play there, but I just wish they'd made this neutral, taken those off, and it would have been so much better personally. Because everything else feels really good. It's a little bit angular, but it seems once you get it in hand in the hammer grip, there it is in the forward position. My thumb automatically goes straight up there, and that's how I cut with it. Like goes like that. But yeah, that there is a con for me. I don't like it. I wish they'd just ground that off flat, had it neutral or a little bit of a proper swell without being sharp there. The other con for the knife, it's very aggressive looking. It's very tactical, in air quotes. But that's what Mikkel Willumsen does. He makes basically combat knives, what he calls combat knives. And this isn't very like sheeple friendly. You pull this out to cut some food up, and people will look at you as if you're probably a terrorist. Yeah, it is it's all business, all black, like those connotations. It is a very tactical looking knife. But overall, I actually really like it. It's a beastly little knife. It's really well done. The flipping action is first rate. Now the lockup, it's really hard to it's deceptive. I looked at it there at first and I thought, oh no, it's got really light lockup, and I don't like a light lockup. But if you actually go the other side, and I don't know if you will see it, the lighting's not good enough for you to see it. Looking in from this side, you can actually see the lock bar insert, and it actually goes the entire lock bar insert over, and it gives it about 35-40% lockup, which is really good. It's solid, so I'm entirely happy with it. And overall, well, I bought it, so I liked it that much that I bought it. So yeah, it's the latest acquisition from Wii. And as I said, I only ever use it with the front, like that grip. I don't use it in this way because it just doesn't feel comfortable for me in that way. And I'm really liking this compound grind, even though it's got a recurve. Which I don't like, but I'm living with it, and it's really good. Really good. But anyway, that's the Wii Jixx. Thanks for watching.